Look, dude
My
said
friend.
that the radio is, he thinks it's done. He said, yo, if they don't reclaim the radio, he thinks it's a wrap.
I think the radio's done, but I don't think that.
I don't think the radio's done.
I think playlists replaced the radio. So I think what the radio meant or what it did is still there. It just moved to the internet. So
not
we
as
still have.
popular.
What do you mean?
Is it? You think it's? I'm asking.
Playlisting is extremely popular, the same way radio was. It's the same way you used to fight to get your spins on these stations.
Radio ain't as done as
Radio
people say.
is
I agree. It's not.
Z100 is still.
That's
Z100.
I'm talking about
That's something cool to
hip-hop.
say, and I want to let y'all know that they have been saying this since I last worked at radio.
Yeah, they've been.
When
saying
I was working in radio, they said radio is coming to an end. Sirius subscription model will take over, and radio's got 15 more years.
it's probably less important. I get that aspect of it. Like, I think there's more impactful ways to get a record across. Podcast being one of them, virality,
say.
TikTok, things of that nature. But I think radio does still hold a place.
But
I think
Especially for certain audiences.
you got radio.
yeah.
I'm just talking
talk radio.
you got to see, what about the people that don't want to pay, Parks?
What you
the
mean?
people that don't want to pay for the subscription or Sirius XM or things like that.
Yeah, I think there's
Yeah,
still
people listen to radio in the morning. Z100 is still a top station.
It
See,
is.
I think they listen now more for talk value than music value. So
I don't disagree.
the I don't know the white jocks, but even Breakfast Clubs, shit like that, Ebro and them, they listen to hear the dialogue and the commentary more than you listening for the music. You
And
understand
another
what I'm
thing,
saying?
I can't speak on the other stations, but when you listen to the urban stations up here, like they not even playing the new music. They like the shit that's in the playlist be records from 3, 4, 5 years ago. A lot of the time,
Really?
it's old. Yeah, it's old music.
If the DJ got cachet.
Who had? I don't think that exists no more.
Word.
That's done. It's in whoever owns this station. We got these records in here that got to get played a certain amount of times a week.
Oh yeah, the times of a DJ.
True.
The DJ don't like even certain DJs could play whatever they wanted. They mix show. Yeah, maybe 2 in the morning you might could get that off now, but I'm talking about during the day. It's a wrap.
Is Flex still on?
He's still on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think it has the impact that TikTok or podcasts or the internet at
I just
large
think like before
has,
people
for
would listen
sure.
to the radio in the car. People listen to the radio on their commute. There's so many things that has replaced that now. That the radio's power isn't the same anymore.
That's true. That's
Like
true.
now people will listen to either, like I said, playlist. If you want to hear the music now, you can just go to the playlist. The thing about the radio is, I'm about to sound old, but we used to have to wait to hear our song.
Mm-hmm.
We used to be like, oh shit, they play the countdown. Maybe we'll hear our favorite record in there. I could listen to my song whenever I want.
Whatever I
record
want, I
hear.
could tailor make my own playlist on my drive home.
The
to
radio
music
is
that
definitely
I only want to hear.
The radio is definitely much more passive listening than active listening.
Yes.
It's like some shit, like it still be in the background of a car, a cab, or something like that, or in a grocery store or a clothing store or something like that. They might have some radio on.
I agree.
Question. Now that podcast has become, and now that there's so many podcasts, right? There's become, it's oversaturated, right? You being one of the forefathers, where do you see it going now? Like, what's the next step, right? Because I see the interviewing style. There's not a lot of niggas that you can interview unless you go a different route. I see like a lot of podcasts are falling to the wayside. So where do you see, what's the next step? In your opinion, what would be the next step if somebody wants to have a successful podcast? Do they call it podcast? Do they say talk show? Do they do something different? What is your vision since there's so many? Because a lot of them, it's just coming. Every day is like 5 new podcasts coming.
No, I think I understand your question. Get a life jacket.
Got it.
That's my answer to you guys out there.
Dress
I already
warm.
told y'all, when I sit in the exit row of the plane and them niggas come ask me all them fucking questions, I lie. Of course I'll help everybody. I'll help all you podcasters jump out the window first and find some footing, and then I'll go last. No. Titanic, another one. Would have went a little different with me on there.
Oh yeah, for
All
sure.
you podcasters, hey, figure it the fuck out. Or fail and die. I don't care. I ain't telling nobody shit. This is not 2018, 2019 no more. That's when I was telling people shit. That's the correlation.
Got it.
That's when I was telling people shit. I ain't telling nobody nothing. If y'all don't get it from a Ish interview when he on the pod, If y'all don't get it from an appearance from somewhere, E on Danny shit, somebody somewhere, y'all ain't getting it from me. I ain't telling nobody shit. So good luck out there.
Looking bad.
Pod well.
I like that pod well.
Yeah, pod well. Get the shit off. Can't tell podders how to get money because they start doing shit, trying to get money.
Neutral Budden.